Hey there, I'm William Glass.
And I'm Andrew Holliday, and we are the co-founders of Ostrich.
Yes, and today we are announcing our Biggest Money Mistakes series. We're super excited to roll this out. What we're going to be doing is featuring different stories from people all over the place, and we're going to kick it off as well, sharing their biggest money mistakes, the dumbest financial decisions that they've made. Ooh, it's going to be tough.
It's going to suck. But it needs to happen. So the reason we're doing this is because we think that it's incredibly important that we encourage more conversation around personal finance. We think that there's a lot for people to learn from each other, and that naturally we tend not to have those conversations. And so we're going to be trying to put ourselves out there and other folks who are willing to do so, telling us what are their biggest mistakes, so that everybody who's out there watching can learn from those and make sure that they don't make the same mistakes.
Exactly. And so at the end of this video, we'll tell you how you can participate and be a part of the Money Mistakes series. But to start it off, we are going to kick it off ourselves. So Andrew, why don't you start?
Yeah, thanks for that. So
anytime.
Yeah, so my favorite biggest money mistake that I've made amongst many is
there's a lot.
From back in 2014. I had recently started a business called Sports Scene when I was in college, and we produced photo montages for student athletes, and it was doing okay. And so I thought, right, got to get a website. Facebook page isn't going to cut it anymore. And so I went on the internet and I found sportscene.net available for sale for $800.
Ooh, what a steal.
Yeah, right. I was excited. I thought, wow, this is the website for me. And so I went ahead and I bought it for that $800. And if you've bought a website before, which I know you have, then you definitely know you shouldn't pay $800 for a website when you are Sports Scene and you are a two-person company. So I did that, and it's still not in use. There's been a splash page up there for a number of years saying Sports Scene coming soon. And it's still...
It's just been a teaser for that long.
It's still a teaser. So sportscene.net is available for sale for $1,758. Please reach out if you're interested. That's the amount that my $800 would have been worth if I'd have invested it in an S&P tracker fund back in April 2014. So it's pretty painful. I'm really hoping that this video is finally going to put me over the edge for the sale. I think that somebody out there will surely see this who's keen to buy sportscene.net.
Yeah.
Please reach out, send a DM to Ostrich, and I'll be happy to pass it on to you. So that's me.
You better do it soon, because as the S&P continues to go up, the price is going up.
I really need to get that money invested, and I'm anticipating lots of demand, so please get in touch soon. What about you? What's your biggest money mistake? Amongst even more than me, I'm sure.
Oh, I definitely more than you. So my dumbest money mistake, I own a house down in Florida, and back in 2017, people may remember there was a hurricane that rolled through, Hurricane Irma, and I had this shed in the back, and it was like one of those built up, like it was like legit. It wasn't one of the ones that you get from like Walmart or Home Depot that's made out of plastic. It was like built into the ground. And so I had this shed in the back, and this huge tree was blown on top of it. And one of the branches went straight through the roof. So there's this huge hole in the roof.
Not ideal.
No. So I ended up finding someone locally that cut the tree down and removed the tree, because I had to get rid of that. And when they were cutting it, they're like, "Do you want us to rebuild this?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like,
hey, if
it's
you
just
can
a roof, right?
You can take down a tree, you can put a roof on a shed, right? That's
exactly,
pretty similar.
right? You can work with a chainsaw. What's the difference between that and a hammer in there?
Seems like it's the same.
So, as you can tell, not licensed contractors. And over the course of about 3 weeks, I ended up paying them about $800. They do a little bit of work, and then I would have to chase them down for 3 or 4 days, and then do a little bit of work. And I hate to say that it got this bad, but I would actually go to the ATM and they would follow me. Like, it was like, there was plenty of signs where I made a lot of mistakes here.
That's not great.
Yeah, it hurts. So eventually they disappeared, and I was stuck with a half-built shed that the roof was exposed, and there was just a couple pieces of plywood on top. And so I had to still pay $750 to then get it removed. So it ended up being a total of $1,550. And if that would have been invested in S&P 500 index fund, it would be worth $2,377 today.
Hurts. Moral of the story, don't hire tree guys to do construction work.
Yes, just because you can use a chainsaw doesn't mean you can build something. They're very different tools.
Yeah, seems like a bad idea. So, this is the kind of thing that we're going to be doing. Each week we'll have a new person featured on our Biggest Money Mistakes episodes. Look out for episode 1 coming this week. But we're hoping that you guys are going to participate too. Will's going to tell you how you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. So take a video just similar to what Andrew and I just did of yourself talking about your biggest money mistake. Don't worry about the calculations. We'll do that for you on the back end, and send it to us through your favorite social platform. Just send us a direct message with that video and we will repurpose it.
Yeah, and we can put it out as an episode. The other thing you can do is just tag us in a story anywhere you can create stories.
Which is everywhere now.
Yeah, which is in every platform. And so if you do that, we'll also be happy to feature you. And we'd love if you're willing to do that and share it directly with your network. That's exactly what we're trying to encourage people to do here. So we're really excited about this new series, and keep an eye out over the coming weeks for all of the biggest money mistakes, and we'll be sharing more along the way, I'm sure.
Exactly, yeah, and we're gonna have some fun with this series, so please get involved. We'd love for you to be a part of it.